forecast, and this weather forecast is brought to you by some web hosting and domain names at ozsome.com. Good Friday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies. Today, a few scattered clouds, temperatures near 45. Light northwest winds becoming southwest towards evening. Partly to mostly clear overnight, 25 to 32 with light winds. Looks like a nice weekend, mostly sunny but cool. 42 to 48 for the high Saturday and Sunday, but mostly sunny skies planned for the upcoming weekend. Saturday night, it'll be in the 20s, mostly clear skies. Your life, your music, we're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. The UK and the European Commission have reached a Brexit deal. There have been clashes between Palestinians protesting against Donald Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital and Israeli forces. India's Home Ministers indicated the government is keen to stop the migration of Rohingya refugees from Bangladesh into India. And US President Donald Trump may yet decide the American Olympic team should not travel to Pyeongchang, South Korea for the Winter Olympics.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. It is chilly out there, so I need everybody to bundle up. Scarves, gloves, mittens, whatever you have, hats, and make sure to take care of the fur babies as well. Keep them wrapped up and warm. Alrighty, so you tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Quabila Harden, and my special guest is Miss Brandi Hodges from the Cricket County Jonesboro Public Library. And I don't know if you all can see. She's always knitting.
I have to. It's almost Christmas time, you guys.
Okay. I give her a round of applause because I would have poked myself by now with the needle. So.
Oh, I have. And when I use the really small needles, I accidentally break them in half.
Oh,
just
no.
with the tension that you use. Like, size 4 and down needles are just, they're scared.
Oh, no. All right, so we hope you don't break one today. So today we're going to be talking about, what's going on at the library. There's so many odds and ends events, and then you're wrapping up and getting ready for Christmas. And one thing I do want to talk about, I don't know if you had a chance to visit the class, I don't know if they're called classes or sessions. Girls That Code started this week or last week.
No, we've been doing it for months.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Girls Who Code is actually a nationwide movement that was began to encourage girls to be interested in computer science, computer coding.
Okay.
Coding is letters and numbers and characters that are put in to actually create web pages, and that is when you post a photo to a social media site. There's code written behind it that allows you to do that. So girls tend to lose interest in coding, computer science around the ages of the 6th through 12th grade.
What?
And so this movement has been started nationwide called Girls Who Code to encourage girls to be interested in coding. And so there are branches and chapters of this organization all over the country, but we are the only and first branch of Girls Who Code in Northeast Arkansas.
Really?
It happens every Monday at 4:30 at the public library in our training lab. And it is for 6th grade through 12th grade girls, and they come in and you don't have to have any coding experience to get started. You learn everything as you're going. The mission of the girls this semester is to build a website targeted around something that is important to them. And so Miss Jessica Horton, who is our teen services librarian, she she didn't give them suggestions. She didn't try to steer them one way or another. She said, "You guys brainstorm."
Okay.
And so they did, and she said they went back and forth on some different ideas, but they decided to make their website about the Me Too movement. It's Me Too, Arkansas, and it is about rape culture and what girls need to know. And I can't actually tell you exactly everything that's going to be on the webpage because the girls are designing it. They're coming up with the content. They're writing the website. And I don't have the link to it on our website yet because it's still in the process of being designed. But once they have their website up and running, we can link it to ours and have it on our social media pages as well. So
I can't wait.
But it's something that even these girls, as young as they are, they see the trends nationwide and they see things that happen around them, and they want to take a stand against it and say, "Me too."
Yeah.
That this is something that happens everywhere, and that we just have to be conscientious of it. And I'm glad to have a Girls Who Code organization chapter in our library, in our city, because if there are girls out there who've never heard of coding before, but are looking for something outside of their normal extracurricular activities or their schoolwork, something to challenge them, and the opportunity to form a bond with some other girls, to learn something new, this is a great opportunity for that.
That's wonderful. Not everybody plays sports.
I was never good at it.
Not everybody plays an instrument, and there are some girls who just love what some may tease as saying nerdy stuff.
Hey,
but
they are
it's still
high-paying jobs that if they can get. That's the whole purpose of the Girls Who Code. If these girls can maintain that interest while they're this age, and then go into one of those fields in college, there are jobs waiting for them.
That's awesome. And so, and people don't realize there's coding that goes into everything.
If it's online, it's coded in some way or another.
So these
apps, just anything.
Yes. So it's very essential for everyone. I know some people may, criticize, well, why are you only focusing on girls? Well, we have seen a decline in female interest and presence in certain fields, in the workforce. And so it's important to let our girls know you are just as smart as, and we need to kind of allow yourself to be open to the possibility of, this may not be something you do full time, but you're just as capable as anyone else to do this.
And it can be fun, from what I understand. These girls, when you go into that room, they are having fun. They are learning, they are doing together, and they, if one of them understands it better than one of the other girls, sometimes it's easier for one of your peers to explain how to do something than it is for a teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a great opportunity. It's every Monday at 4:30 at the library. If you come in and you don't know where the training lab is, because it's not a common room we use for classes a lot, just ask somebody and we can direct you in the right direction. If you get there before 4:30, Miss Jessica is over in the teen zone. She leads the program in sense of being there, but lets the girls, she leads it, of course, and teaches things, but the girls really choose their path. But come on and join us. We will be meeting for the rest of December with the not meeting, of course, on December 25th.
Okay.
So we'll be meeting the next 2 Mondays, as well as in January and February. So, if you can't make it in December, you're too busy or something's going on, join us in January.
Okay.
It's cold. You got to do something fun.
I know that's right. Get out of the house. At least go from the house to the library. Still nice and warm. All right. So to let us know what else is coming up at the library.
So this Sunday we have a special visitor stopping by the library. She comes every year, and we are so thankful because, it's got to be busy for her in the North Pole. But Mrs. Claus will make a stop at the public library at 2 o'clock on Sunday, December 10th in the Round Room. Every year we have an event called Tea with Mrs. Claus, and it's a puppet show. So we will have a puppet show that will last for part of the event, and followed by the opportunity for children to make a puppet of their own.
Oh, wow.
So Mrs. Claus is Jan Wolf, who is with Wolf and the Door Puppets out of Little Rock. And she will be, she does these wonderful puppet shows. I don't know what all characters she will be bringing with her this year, but she has Sydney the elf, who tries so hard, and he stumbles and he bumbles, and he's like all of us, you know. You can't always be perfect at everything you do, and that's our little friend Sydney. She brings just a whole host of characters. Even a little puppet Santa makes an appearance as well, and it's just a lot of fun. If the kiddos enjoy the holidays and you're looking for something fun for them to do that won't cost you anything, Tea with Mrs. Claus this Sunday, December 10th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And then on Wednesday, December 13th, we will have Story Time with Santa. This event is held in the library round room for the first part of it, and Santa will come and read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, followed by crafts and free photos with Santa.
Oh.
This time of year, it's a lot of parents, grandparents, caretakers looking for an opportunity to have their child's photo taken with Santa. And we just so happen to have Santa come into the library, but it's one day only.
Okay.
And it's at 10 a.m. on the 13th, which is next Wednesday. We will start out with some stories and some games and some songs and characters, including reindeer and elves and Christmas tree. We'll be dancing around and having fun and getting the kids all hyped up, and then you'll hear that jingle jangle in the air, and Santa with his little jolly self will be coming into the library and reading for the kids and just giving them that Christmas spirit. The library is fully decorated. It's beautiful right now.
Are there some pictures available on Facebook?
You know what? I will put some up today.
Okay.
Because I haven't even thought to take any, but it is absolutely gorgeous, so I will take some pictures today.
Please
We have a
do.
a candy cane theme. You could say Candyland, but a candy cane theme this year. It's beautiful. Elvis, who works at the library, is wonderful at decorating, and he does it every year, and it's always just a delight to see. It always makes me feel guilty that I hadn't done my own tree. I did my tree on Wednesday. That's how late I was this year.
Oh, my goodness.
But it's a lot of fun. And then that same day, on December 13th, starting at 2 o'clock, we have our annual Friends of the Library Holiday Open House.
Okay.
It is a way for the Friends of the Library, which is a nonprofit organization that runs the bookshop back in the back of the library near the genealogy area.
Okay.
They take in books that are donated by the public, gently used books, and books that are discarded from the library that we no longer have in our collection.
Okay.
Will go into the Friends of the Library bookshop, and you can get them for 25 cents. Magazines are 10 cents. I know that because I buy a lot of them. You can get books, gently used books. I have bought books back there that you can tell have never been read. There are people will get a book as a gift. Like, I really love this book. I love it so much, and I want you to have it. But it's not your type of book. It's not something you would be interested in. So, oh my goodness, thank you, Brandi. I appreciate it. But you may not ever read it.
Yeah.
And so we get a lot of those donations with our Friends of the Library bookshop. It's the Friends of the Library do a great job running it and bring money in through the sales of the books and other things they have throughout the year. And then the library, that money can come back into the library for services and programs that we offer, including we have a young adult author that comes, and the Friends of the Library purchase books for all of the students who come to that event, so that they can read the book before they come to the event, so that they know to ask, say, Ellen Hopkins, who we had recently. They know questions to ask her about her book because they already read it.
Amazing.
Also, every summer we have our summer reading club, which we've talked about before, and we have the t-shirts that we give out. They're one of our sponsors for that, and children always get to have a book in their name and one to take home, and they help fund that program as well.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
if you would like to come out and say thank you to the Friends of the Library, they will be having their Friends of the Library holiday open house. They'll have some light refreshments and music during the event. It will be in the Round Room starting at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, December 13th.
Okay. Alrighty, so now is Friends of the Library, is that like a national or world?
It's library by library.
Okay.
So it's common for libraries, from what I've seen other places, even in my hometown of Mountain View, we have a Friends of the Library.
Okay.
But it's library to library.
Okay, because I was helping someone do some research at a library in another state, and I saw a link to Friends of the Library, and I was like, wow, okay. I didn't know that they use that same name in other places as well.
They do.
That is awesome. So let's give a shout out to all those people that come together, that they're looking out for the community and they're trying to help enrich, your life through the power of reading.
I always say, because I say this because our children's libraries have said it, and so I know it's true.
Okay.
I didn't come up with it; they did. But every time you read to a child, it enhances their understanding of language. And the earlier you can begin reading to a child, the better opportunities they're going to have to read more quickly.
Okay.
There's no guarantee that if you read to your child every day that they're going to pick up reading, but from what I understand from our librarians, research has shown that the earlier you start reading and the more you read to them, the better grasp of language that they have.
Okay. One thing I think I mentioned this before, watched the interview, this young girl, and she has actually made Forbes 30 under 30.
Awesome.
She started this book club or book, I'm going to call it a book club for lack of a better word at the moment, encouraging young girls and young boys, like people her age, to read, and also encouraging her school and other places to carry books that have different ethnical backgrounds. Providing a variety of things for the children to read. So one thing she stressed in the interview she did was telling parents, don't use reading as a punishment. Sometimes parents will tell the children, just go in your room and read.
Right.
Don't make it a punishment for them, because then when they get older, they're not going to want to read. Or
with me, it was, Brandi, hand me that flashlight and go to sleep.
So you were the polar opposite. So I just want to encourage everyone, if you have a child, encourage them to read, but don't make it a punishment thing, making them sit like they have to, like the only connection they have with reading is that it's punishment and quiet time or something like that. So,
and what we have said before is, if you have a reluctant reader, someone who doesn't like reading but they have to in school to get the AR points and the things that they have to read, is get them an audiobook.
Okay.
Get the audiobook of I'm not saying it'll work for everyone, but it has worked for some parents and their kiddos, to get the audiobook and the kid can listen to it instead of sitting there and reading. And a lot of times they'll get the paper book and the audiobook and read along.
Okay.
So that's just one thing you can do.
Alrighty. And another thing I like to encourage people that I know, take your child outside the classroom. They may be studying something particular, but have them read something totally different than what they're doing in class, just to still expand their mind and their knowledge base further. Every child has the potential to be, I don't hate to use this word, smart. Everybody's smart. It's just, everyone has the potential to be at a higher level than what the school system says they are. You just have to open them up to the opportunities that are available, like going to the library. We can't stress this enough.
Everything we do is free, and we have lots of activities that you can bring your child to that aren't focused on learning, but they get used to being around and being in the library. Today we have smorgasbord games where we just play a smorgasbord, if you will, of board games. We'll have Crafty Kids, which is crafting. Saturday at 11.
Okay.
We do a Rock the Blocks and Coloring Club each Monday where kids can come play Legos and rock those blocks. Or we have coloring sheets laid out, they can color. And it's just, maybe they get finished at school, they need to have a brain break. Come into the library, play Legos, color a little bit.
Wow.
And then maybe, oh, you know what, Sam, we're at the library, let's go ahead and grab a book while we're here.
That's right.
And a lot of times, what's wonderful that I see, because I don't work in the children's library, but I like to go over there.
Okay.
Is so many parents, it's the kids pick out their own books.
Okay.
So it's not like, hey, you need to read this one. A lot of the times, it's what would you like to read?
Okay.
So that's just I love the library. It's so much fun to be there. So we also teach crochet. Our classes, for specific details on when we're offering these classes, because since it's December, we're winding down some of the things. Today is actually our final story time of the year.
Okay.
Well, not counting story time with Santa, but of our actual weekly story times, our lap set story time starts this morning at 9:30. So it's for babies 0 to 2 years old. We have that throughout the year with different time periods where we don't have it. Say May, we usually stop the story times so we can prepare for summer. Okay. And then we won't have them for a little bit after summer while we prepare it for fall. So we will take a break until the mid-January, and then we'll pick story times back up that we have every week. So for specific ending dates for some of the things, you can always go online to our calendar, which is www.libraryinjonesboro.org/events. You can designate age group and location, and then look and see at the different events. I know some of our events we are only having a couple of times in December, because starting on December 18th, we will have specific daily activities for when kids are out of school.
Okay. And again, that is www.libraryinjonesboro.org. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about some more events that are going on at the library. You don't want to miss it, so stay tuned. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Men, are you raising your daughters well? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. As your daughter grows up, she'll develop relationships with young men. But the one man she should be able to count on to always be there for her is you, her dad. You play a huge role in your daughter's journey from a little girl to a young lady. And on that journey, here are 7 things your daughter needs from you. First, she needs you to be involved. Ask her about her day, join her in her hobbies, and become part of her daily life. Second, she needs you to demonstrate a healthy marriage. Show her what a relationship filled with love and respect looks like. For more things a daughter needs from her father, visit allprodad.com. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Meineke of Jonesboro is now Starks Auto Service, a full-service auto repair and vehicle maintenance center offering engine and transmission repair, brake service, tires, oil changes, and more, performed by ASE certified mechanics. The all-new Starks Auto Service, 2813 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, 870-204-7112. Starks Auto Service, Jonesboro.com.
Courtesy Productions and KLEK presents the first annual Christmas and Blues Southern Soul Showcase featuring Billy Soul Bonds, Charles Wilson, Mo B, and Ricky White. Live December 16th at the Epic Center, 1899 CR 333 Hasbrook Road, Jonesboro. Showtime 7 p.m. Ticket, VIP, and other info 870-203-9951 or klekfm.org.
Craighead County Clerk Cade Holliday hopes that you and your loved ones will enjoy the special gifts of this Christmas and holiday season. The gift of love, the gift of peace, the gift of happiness. Christmas and the holidays are not only a time for spreading a message of cheer and goodwill, but also a time to say thank you to the citizens of Craighead County. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you from Craighead County Clerk Cade Holliday.
Metro PCS 1001 East Johnson Avenue. Hope that you will enjoy the special gifts of this holiday season. The gift of love, the gift of peace, and the gift of happiness. For the staff of Metro PCS, the holidays are not only a time for spreading a message of cheer and goodwill, but also a time to say thank you for your patronage and trust. Merry Christmas and happy holidays from Metro PCS 1001 East Johnson Avenue, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
KLEK 102.5 FM wants to be active in the community. If you or your organization is hosting a community service event, we would like to know about it and be a part of it. KLEK will promote your event on air, online, and on social media. KLEK personalities may also attend the event and provide music and or entertainment. Certain restrictions and availability may apply. If you or your organization would like to partner with KLEK to make the Jonesboro community a better place, call 870-277-1080 or email us at klek@klekfm.org. In order for a community announcement or church announcement to be aired on KLEK 102.5 FM, we ask that the announcement be sent at minimum 1 week in advance. Thank you for supporting KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Kabila Hart, and I'm here with Miss Brandi Hodges from the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. Now, there are many branches in various cities in Craighead County and Poinsett County in Harrisburg. So when you go to the library's website, you can look up events and things going on by location
and age group. So
yes,
if you want to know what's going on for kids in Lake City, you can designate that in your search.
So when you go to the events tab, there's a link, a pull down menu, an option that says age group and then branch. So you can filter your choices and then go through the list, so you won't have to look through every single thing. So I'm going to look at the Craighead County, Jonesboro rather. Jonesboro.
So you mentioned the branches, and so I brought this with me. We've never talked about this, so I just wanted to just let you guys know about the use that we get at the libraries.
Okay.
We do have 7 branches in Caraway, in Monette, in Lake City, in Wiener, Harrisburg, Lepanto, Marktree. We have 7 branches, and these are statistics from 2015, but because our statistics are always gathered in the spring,
okay,
and so I gathered these last spring, and so I've got to update this sheet. But for 2015, we had 243,448 items available for checkout system-wide. So in all 8 locations, we have almost 250,000 materials. That includes books, audiobooks, DVDs, magazines, any of the things that we have that you can check out. Those are things, almost 250,000 items. We had 24,193 visitors in Caraway. We had 14,505 visitors in McAdams Public Library in Lake City. We had 17,926 visitors to the Poinsett County Library in Harrisburg. 8,563 to the Goldsby Public Library in Lepanto.
Wow.
22,088 visitors to the Marktree Public Library. 15,446,000 visitors to the Kahn Memorial Library in Monette, and 10,783 to the library in Wiener. So those are just the number of visitors that we had to those specific libraries.
That is awesome.
In that time. And that just shows you how important these branch libraries are. These libraries in a small town, say Caraway, that's a great location for kids to go and you know, get on the computer, or you know, not everyone has internet at home.
That's
you know?
right.
So if the kids need to do something, write a paper, maybe you don't have a computer at home. Not everyone has access to a computer at home. So for a lot of these towns, that is the place that they can go and do these things.
That is really awesome. I'm very grateful for the library. I don't remember if we had a public library in my hometown. I'm sure we do. Lord, please don't hurt me. But I remember visiting the library at school and just loving the opportunity to go back during my time, which I hate saying that. Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys were really, really popular.
I love Nancy Drew.
And like Sweet Valley High and
yes,
a few other,
you're speaking my language.
And Goosebumps, you know, I know Goosebumps has come back around, but Goosebumps was even popular.
Did you ever read the Choose Your Own Adventure books?
I read a few of those.
I loved those, and I would read it every direction.
Just to see what
the different adventures were.
So I would strongly encourage, you know, parents or caregivers out there, encourage your kids to put down their phone or download a book, you know, on their phone or whatever device they're using, and encourage them to read more and be more interactive with written word versus just watching something being, you know, a movie, a show.
And so many TV shows and movies are based off of books.
Yes.
So, you know, have them read the book that the movie that they love is based off of.
That's right.
You know, that's another opportunity to show kids the love of reading, is to say, well, hey, did you know that was a book first?
Yes. Like, there are a few movies, one in particular that was really popular early in the year, The Shack. I actually had the opportunity to read the book before the movie ever was even talked about.
Right.
So I had a deeper connection to the movie and understanding of what was going on because I read the book. There's one I do want to get. I watched the movie The Great Gatsby.
Yes.
And I know there's a book somewhere.
Yeah. I read the F. Scott Fitzgerald book in high school.
So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that. So, are there any Secret Santas out there?
Listen up.
The Great Gatsby.
But, you know, you are a proud new library card owner,
yes,
so you could always come to the library and check it out.
Yes, books. I am a book nerd. So.
I recently bought myself a new bookcase, and I guess for anyone else, it would be like, another piece of furniture. For me, I'm like, you know, my books don't have to not have a place to live because they're just stacked on the floor. They're stacked up against the wall. They're in baskets. And I'm like, I will say, books, I am so sorry. I'm trying to find you a place to live, you know. And so that was like one of my favorite purchases of the year was, yes, a new bookshelf.
Okay. And, you know, you can get your kids just as excited about books because this is going to be something that they can carry over into their adult life. They're going to have to read something. They're going to have to learn how to read contracts or lease agreements or bills or they're going to have to read something at some form in their life. So getting them started early is so beneficial for them. Like you said, take them as early as, you know, being lap babies.
Mm-hmm.
And all the way through until whenever they get on their own, they can decide when and where they want to go. But reading is essential. We cannot stress that enough. Books open your mind. They allow you to be more imaginative. And so when you are in some real life situations, you have you can process things in a different way. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm really oh my gosh, I'm gonna have read every book in this collection soon. I'm listening to the audiobooks, and they were first started to be written in I think the late 80s, and I reviewed one of Catherine Coulter's books in her FBI series last year, and it was like the 19th book in this series, and I was like, what, there are 18 more of these? I have to read them. But they are FBI like crime, not true crime, but like realistic.
Okay.
And so now I'm all like I'm learning stuff, and you get into these characters and you can picture yourself sort of in those situations, but glad that you're just reading it in the book.
Okay.
But speaking of getting kids interested in reading and authors and all of those things, we have every month in the children's library we offer weekly activities every Thursday at 4.
Okay.
And it's for kids after school every first Thursday, which would have been yesterday. Miss Stacy leads an event called Music and Movement, and it's to get the kids, you got to get those wiggles out sometimes. Yes. And it's to get the kids moving and dancing and all of those things. And they go in the round room and she plays dance videos on YouTube. A lot of times they'll have the moves so the kids can follow along, and it's just so much fun. So every first Monday of the month it's movement and music and movement with Miss Stacy. Every second Thursday of the month will be next Thursday, December 14th at 4 o'clock. Miss Carol leads an event called Mystery Author, where kids are, they're given sort of like a scavenger hunt, sort of like a solve the mystery, Sherlock Holmes kind of thing, but kids are given, an author that they have to find books by that author, find what the genre is once they find what that author is, and then find other books in that genre, and it's teaching kids how to use the card catalog, and introducing them to authors they may not be familiar with, subjects they may not be familiar with, books they may not be familiar with, and it's something that we do every month.
What I'm kind of sad about, kids these days won't have the opportunity to experience the old-fashioned card catalog.
You and me both. That's how I learned how to find books when I was in the Stone County Public Library growing up. You had to go to the wooden box with all the cute little drawers that had, A to D and E to whatever, and you had to dig through and find your books. But that is every second Thursday. Every third Thursday we have Art Hour with Miss Steph. She will teach about an author, or not an author, an artist. She will teach about a different artist and a different type of art, and the kids will do an art project with that specific type of art and then learn about that artist. And then every fourth Thursday of the month, we have Miss Sloan teaching a passport to a different country. Last month it was Germany. This month it will be a passport to Mexico. And so kids will get to learn about Mexico or whatever country it is that is chosen for that month.
Okay.
And they usually get to have books and stories and songs, and sometimes there's a food from that country. We did pretzels from Germany this past month. So it's always a lot of fun. These are every week for the first 4 weeks of every month. We have a different specified activity every Thursday at 4 o'clock. So those are just some of the things that we do for the kids.
Right. So I want to talk about an event. Well, not an event. An event for adults, or I don't know if it's mixed age. It's the writer's block. Now I am planning this. The rest of this year is kind of booked up for me, but starting in January, I am making plans to start coming to some of the writer's blocks because I'm getting ready to work on another book, and so I need some inspiration, and I need some inspiration from other people who are doing the same thing, or who are thinking about doing the same, who are thinking about writing or becoming authors. I just need to bounce some ideas off other people and just really connect with others that are doing this. So tell us more about the Writer's Block.
Writer's Block is an event held every Friday, and it's something that is in the library in the Civic League room at 5 o'clock, and it's for aspiring writers. And so what they do is they'll come in. You can, if you have a story you've been working on, you can, if you are willing to share your ideas, because I know a lot of times you don't want to share your idea.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to share your idea, or even if you want to share a couple paragraphs, or just say, hey, I want to write a story about zombies, but I don't know how to write a zombie to make it sound scary or realistic, or however it is, whatever your story is, you can bounce those ideas off of other people. In addition to that, you're going to be given a writing prompt just to get the creative juices flowing. So write about what it feels like to be outside when it's this cold. What does it feel like? So you can write about what it feels like inside, like it's a joyous time, or you can write about the physical feeling. It's it's pain, it's cold, the grip that grips your skin when you step outside, the sharp needles of the cold, or whatever it is that comes to you. And everyone's story is going to be different. It's just like being in 8th grade, you guys, in English class, when your teacher has you write a writing prompt, but it gets your mind thinking. It gets you into the zone.
Okay.
So that's something that we offer every Friday at 5 o'clock. Let me use our website really quick to, I've got the branch set to Jonesboro. I'm going to go down to adults so I can tell you all of the things the adults are doing this month. Every month throughout the year, not just December, but all year long, we offer a weekly set of exercise classes. Yes. Every Monday at 5:30 for an hour, Miss Morgan teaches Zumba Fitness. It's a Latin-based dance exercise class.
Oh, wow.
Where you don't have to have any predetermined skills or anything like that. You just come in and that you follow along with the movements. They don't go super fast. You just follow along. We encourage you to wear a loose-fitting clothing, exercise clothing if you have it. But if you don't, just kind of loose-fitting, comfortable clothing. Sweatpants or whatever it is that you would wear if you were going to exercise at home. We offer that on Mondays. Every Tuesday we have an exercise class called Mind and Body with Holland, and it is a mix of different times of the year. She'll offer Pilates, she'll offer yoga, she offers gyrokinesis, which is every one of these exercise classes is using your own body against you. So you don't need, like yoga, you're doing movements with your body. You're using your arms to lift yourself. You're using your legs. You don't need specialized equipment to do these classes. If you have a yoga mat, you're encouraged to bring it with you. But if you don't, we have some that will be provided. We also offer yoga every Thursday at 12:15, a half-hour class. We offer a low-impact yoga class.
I'm sure that everyone that works downtown or in surrounding areas could really benefit from just taking a break from the office and let me take a deep breath and stretch, and I'm ready for the rest of the day.
Right. And we also, those are our exercise classes. We also teach knitting classes. So if you want to exercise your mind a little bit, we offer knitting every first Monday at 5:30, which in January, which will be our next first Monday, it'll be the second Monday because the first Monday is January 1st. And we won't be open. So, and whenever the first Monday falls on a holiday, it'll just be that next Monday.
The next Monday.
So that is coming up. We had our Thursday meeting yesterday, so next Thursday we'll have knitting at 12. You don't have to bring anything except a willingness to learn something new. That is held weekly. We also have, I'm just going down my calendar, book clubs that meet. We have several book clubs that meet every month. If you're interested in any of the book clubs, you can stop by the library's information desk and pick up one of the books to read this month that they'll be reviewing in January. We also have a monthly event that is hosted by the NEA Gamers Guild, which is an organization that focuses on the playing of tabletop games, anything that can be played on a tabletop, from board games to card games to anything like that. But they will be having a Gamers Guild event where they just set out games and you can come and play. They do it every month. That will be this Saturday, December 9th, from noon until 5.
Noon until 5. I bet that is a lot of fun, just sitting around playing games, and you're getting to meet new people. And
people who like to play games too. So if you are someone who loves to play games, I love some Candyland. I can play some Candyland. Or like sometimes, you play a card game, or, play dominoes. I used to love playing dominoes. But this is just an opportunity. Say you really enjoy that. You come to this, you meet other people who really enjoy it. While we have an event once a month, maybe you'll meet people and you can meet weekly.
Yes. And one thing I love about these different events is that it fosters relationships with your neighbors. You're getting to meet and socialize with people that you might not normally talk to, or you might not even run into them on a daily basis. So this gives you the opportunity to meet someone new. You might realize we work in certain areas that can network with each other, or you just never know what type of relationship, business or personal, that can transpire out of these groups.
We also have an event we have every month called Coloring Club, and it's going to be meeting later in the month on December 27th. And it's an activity where they put out different sheets, coloring sheets, and different ways in which to color that sheet, be it markers or crayons or colored pencils. And you could just spend that hour being calm and let your stress go, and just let your stress out on the paper.
Okay.
But it's something we have every month, and those are our December activities for adults.
That's wonderful. Now, I do see one thing that's on here that's coming up December 19th. Mike Overall Memorial Book Club.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that one?
Well, we have different book clubs at the library. So I'll start out with every first Tuesday of the month, we have our Between the Covers book club, and it is a romance book club. If you are interested in reading romance fiction, which they read romance fiction, but they read different kinds of romance fiction. They meet the first the first Tuesday of every month. If you're interested in joining that book club, just stop by the library and pick up the January book.
Okay.
The YA at Heart book club is not up and running right now.
Okay.
But I we've ordered some books. And I'm going to be leading that book club starting in January.
Okay.
But we are going to be reading. I've already got a couple of the books that we'll be reading, and then I've got books chosen that if you come to our January meeting, you can vote on for us to read. And they're all young adult fiction, different genres of young adult fiction. And then on the the third Tuesday of every month is the Novel Lovers Book Club, and that is at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's led by Miss Phyllis Burkett, who is our former director, and they read popular fiction, be it older or new fiction. They read popular fiction. And then the Mike Overall Memorial Book Club is a book club that meets on the fourth Tuesday, and they read more challenging fiction and nonfiction, so things that you really have to think about, or books that are really thick. They read the Hamilton biography that came out, so lots of great things.
All right, we'll
You're
be right
listening
back
to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Today we're going to cover how to read your credit card statement. Let's start with your credit card's annual percentage rate, or APR. This is the amount of interest you'll pay on an annual basis for your card. The APR is an important factor in calculating your monthly finance charges. The higher this rate, the more money it will cost you to use this credit. On most credit card statements, the APR is presented as both the APR and either a daily periodic rate or a monthly periodic rate. To compare the interest rates of credit cards, visit indexcreditcards.com or bankrate.com. Next, the minimum payment. This is the amount you must pay on credit card accounts each billing cycle to remain in good standing with your creditor. The minimum payment is usually determined by taking a percentage of your new balance. The faster you pay down your balances, the less money you will spend on interest payments. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
For almost 3 years, KLEK 102.5 FM has brought you the music you love on your radio, on your computer, and on your phone. Now, we want to bring the music to your party, wedding, or any event. KLEK now offers DJ services for all occasions with over 22 years of DJ and broadcast experience. We can also announce your event on KLEK. Need a photographer for that special occasion? We got that covered too. Package deals available. Book us for DJ, photography, or for both for your event today. Call 870-203-9951 or look us up on social media at KLEK-FM.
Karaoke and photo booths with a custom design of your event are also available.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
This Christmas, Sonia Sanders with ERA Doty Real Estate hopes that you and yours will be touched by the real meaning of Christmas. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. As we remember the greatest gift of all time, we wish you and your loved ones a blessed Christmas and a blessed New Year in 2018. During the holiday season, there's so much to be thankful for and so many moments to cherish. The barbers at Amazing Fades would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your business throughout the year and extend their warmest wishes for a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your loved ones. That's Amazing Fades Barbershop at 3915 East Nettleton, Suite M in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
From the KLEK Community Calendar, First Baptist Church, 700 Kitchen Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Reverend Curtis Wilson, pastor, presents Annual Legend Luncheon, celebrating seniors ages 62 and older, December 9th from 12 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Parking will be available. More information is available via Billy J. Hill at fbckitchenjonesboro@gmail.com or 870-935-7710 or 870-926-0756.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're going to wrap up some of the things that we've talked about from the beginning of the show. In case you missed it, I want to give a shout out to those that are watching our live stream. See different people popping in and out, but Miss Nicole, Renee Potts, Dr. Sharice Jones-Fringe, Rollo Brown, and some others I'm sorry I can't see. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope that you're taking notes, and when the babies get out of school, you are making plans to take them to the library.
Well, and I do want to do a quick rundown. We haven't had the opportunity to talk about when the kids are out of school activities that we've got coming up. But starting on the 18th, we will have some activities going on for the kiddos. I'm just getting over to it. Let's see. So on the 18th, we will start out with some coloring club for kids at 4. We've got some an event, children's STEAM event, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math, on December 19th at 10 a.m. We will have building at December 19th, which is that Tuesday at 2. Christmas craft starts at 10 a.m. on December 20th. We'll have a movie for kids and families at 2 o'clock, which will be just a movie for the kiddos to come and watch. We'll have a Christmas craft opportunity for kids at 2 on the 21st. Art Hour will be held at 4 on the 21st. It's that fourth Thursday event, or that third Thursday event. We have another kids movie on December 26th. Electronic and board games on December 26th at 2. We'll have Bells and Beasts, which is an activity, which is where kids can be a belle or a beast. We'll have a real live princess reading a story for them as well. And then at the end of the month, that last Friday in December, the 29th, we've got Bob Tarter with the Natural History Educational Company of the Mid-South coming to the library. He is where our friend Ida the Hedgehog, you can follow her on Instagram at Ida the Hedgehog.
Tell us a little more about Ida.
Ida is a hedgehog. She's very pokey. She's got quills that cover her entire back. And she is a year old. She comes to us. She is a learnable. She is a learning animal. That's why a lot of people, they want to touch her, they want to hold her, but she's just to look at.
Okay.
We, the library children's staff, will get her out and hold her and get her exercise and things of that nature. But she is not something that you can come and play with and touch at the library.
Okay.
She's a little animal you can come and learn from. You can see her in her environment. She's in a clear glass aquarium at the library. Something interesting, Ida, with a weekend, it got so cold that first time, she tried to hibernate. She got so cold that her body started going into hibernation. So we have actually, as the library staff, learned a lot about her from her. So you can follow her at Ida the Hedgehog. Her holiday photo shoot that we did this week is already up on our Facebook page, and I'll be adding those to our Instagram page. But Bob Tarter is who owns her, and we are fostering her. He adopts them out or fosters them to libraries and schools. And so Ida is with us currently. Bob has lots of animals that you've been able to see at the library: a bobcat, giant turtles, a Eurasian eagle owl, a Harris hawk, boa constrictors, legless lizard, kangaroos. And he will be at the library at 11, 2, and 3:30 on December 29th. It's a great opportunity for everyone to come and learn about animals. You won't get the opportunity to see other places.
It is wonderful. So December 29th, 11, 2, and 3:30.
Yes.
All right. Go out and see some animals. You never know what's going to be there. This is your opportunity to learn. Get the kids more interactive, interested and interactive with animals that they may not get to see. Well, we don't see in nature. Not just out and about here in Jonesboro anyway.
Right.
So this is a wonderful opportunity. They can ask questions. They can get up close and personal and walk away with some newfound knowledge.
Because Bob carries each animal. We have lines drawn in tape around the room, and he will walk all around the room, up each aisle. So you're gonna get the opportunity to see these animals. It's a see and not touch. Kind of event, but it is a great opportunity for kids and their families to be able to see. I've loved getting to see that bobcat and the baby kangaroo and all of the different things. I'm not the hugest fan of some of the snakes, but but he wrapped one around Scarlet around my shoulders one time, and it was fine. I didn't scream or anything.
You didn't lose it. All right, so in our last minute, let's wrap up Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus.
Mrs. Claus is at 10 on the 10th at 2, coming up this Sunday. Santa will be there on the 13th at 10. Well, that's next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is also our Friends of the Library Holiday Open House that starts at 2 in the Round Room. Lots of fun activities starting on the 18th. The library will be closed on the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th for Christmas, and we will also be closed on January 1st.
All right.
So we will have activities going on all month long for all ages. Lots of activities. We didn't talk about the teens, but lots of activities, including a Christmas party they're going to be having. You can go to our website, www.libraryinjonesboro.org, to find out more on that. And Girls Who Code. It's a great event we've got going on.
That's right. Thank you so much, Brandi, for joining us today. It's always a pleasure. I can't wait till she comes back. Maybe one day she'll bring us some more goodies, when she has time to bake between her knitting and the library business. Have a great and blessed day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place.